This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. First carry for Amir Abdullah. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Muhammad. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 45. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
Here we go. Let's go.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I.
That's fine. Yeah. Hurry up, hurry up. Four down. Check.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Four down.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hurry up.
And they take a knee. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Jones. Only 3 punts in NFL history have gone for 90 yards or more. You just witnessed one. It's number 4. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready?
And they take a knee. Spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Rivers on first down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rivers again. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
12.
From the gun, Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Jones. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Lost right. White. Keep it skinny. Hey, left.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Muhammad. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go again with Muhammad. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey!
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Hey, check 26. Hey, go down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Out left side here to Bryant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they'll run it here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Inside.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Twisting away as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to wind up, and Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
390.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Delta! Hey, 79! 79!
Rivers now to throw on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Deion Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Back now at Lambeau. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set! 390! Hey, go orange. Orange.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Following the interception here, Rivers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We are going. B-19.
Rodgers now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
We are going.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, 626.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Let's go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit